presentation. And before we start, I'll give you some tips on how to present, because I think you haven't presented in any occasion in college, right? So, okay, so before we start, we have 4P presentation skills, okay, which you need to bear in mind. Later there will be 28 groups, okay, and I'll let you to draw lots, okay, to decide who come first and who come after that. So 4P, okay, there are 4P you need to think about. This is not included in your slides, by the way. Yeah. So 4P, the 4P included, the first one is plan, okay. Or you may jot down short notes on your empty spaces. Okay, so there are 4 P's that you need to bear in mind. The first one is plan. The second will goes to prepare. Okay, plan, prepare, and the third process is practice. And last but not least, present. Okay, so for every presentation, you need to have these 4P: plan, prepare, practice, present. So today is actually a rehearse for the real presentation, for you to get familiarized with what you need to do. Okay, so about planning, there are a few things that you need to know about planning. So first one is, who is your audience? Okay, for every presentation, you need to know who is the audience and what is your topic. What is the topic? And then the last one would be, how would you present? Alright? So we can present in a lot of ways, like you want to use slides, or you want to make mind maps, okay, or any way you like to present. Okay, so you ask yourself these few questions before you start to present. Okay, so this is about planning. Okay, after that, we'll go to the next phase would be prepare. Okay, so prepare is, you need to prepare two things, information and structure. So in presenting something, the information required is based on the topic given, and the structure, you need to structure it into a few categories. Okay, for instance, like one is visual aids. Visual aids. Try to add visual aids as possible. Okay, I'll go through one by one. The first one is information. Okay, about information, we can find it through internet, reading books, internet books, or you can ask your teacher, your lecturer, or even you can share about your own experience. Okay, so presentation, we can find the information via these 4 methods. Okay, so these are the sources of your results of your reading. Okay, and then another one is about structure. Okay, later I will assess based on your structure. So, so among your group members, you need to decide who will start introduction, introduce your topic, introduce your members as well. And then the second one would be content. Okay, who will present the points, present the content. And then the third one is conclusion. Okay, draw a conclusion for your topic. Okay, so later on, before you present, you need to decide who will go for introduction, and who will present the content, and who will draw a conclusion. Okay, so it's up to you to assign among your members. And then about visual aids. Okay, if possible, try to add in visual aids, which is like diagrams, mind maps, charts, okay, or something you can visualize. Okay, try to visualize it as much as possible instead of using text. Okay, the worst presentation is you type in all the words on the slides, or you just write all the words in the margin paper and then you read it. So this is the worst presentation ever. Try to cut down the number of words and use diagrams. Okay, so you can see in my slide, I type in a few words only. just a few words. It's a very brief words. And then, the speaker's impact, actually there are three things. The first one is text. Text only impact for 7%. So this is according to the survey conducted. Text only accounts for 7%. Okay, that means whatever you type in the slides or whatever you present in text, it only accounts for 7%. And then for vocal, okay, what you say is 38%. So how you visualize it is 55%. Okay, so the most crucial thing is how you visualize. Okay, and then the third one is practice. Okay, of course, practice is very important. Okay, so the first thing is speak louder and slower than your normal speech. Speak louder and slower. Because why we need to speak louder? Because the audience is account of around 100+%. Okay, more than 100%. So speak louder as usual and then slower because the mic itself, okay, when you speak using the mic, you need to speak slower so that you will come out clearer. And then 3P, about the 3P. Okay, so this is a very important thing in presentation. The first is pitch. Okay, try to go high and low. Okay, if you want to stress a point, you can go slower, which is pace. You can go fast in whatever that's not so important, but for the important part, you need to go slower. Okay, and then maybe you can lower down your voice. So this is the important part, and then you slow down. And then pause. Pause means to stop for a while. Okay, so pitch, pace, and pause. 3 things. And then about rehearsal, okay, you can use short notes to rehearse. Okay, the line, and then maybe you can go in front of the mirror and then try to rehearse it in front of the mirror, and then try to use your timer to count how much you take for each presentation. Alright? So, okay. So by the time you present, right? Okay, make a strong start. Okay, how to make a strong start? If you watch how Steve Jobs present in the Apple conference, okay, whenever he introduced a new product, okay, he will start with a strong headline. Like, we have invented a new technology in phone. So this is a headline. Okay, draw a headline to make a strong start and make eye contact with audience. Okay, try to make eye contact instead of just looking at the short notes or just looking at the slides. Okay, so the slides are just help you in presenting. Okay, so the most important thing is your audience. And then speak clearly. Try to pronounce each word clearly, as clear as possible. Of course, when you get nervous, you speak very fast. You tend to speak very fast. Okay, so try to slow it down. Okay, and then make sure every audience get what you are trying to say. Okay, and try to smile. I know it's very hard because it's a bit cold here. Okay, and when you feel nervous, but try to smile. Okay. Okay, so I draw a conclusion. 4P: plan, prepare, practice, present. Okay, so today is just a rehearse for the real presentation. All right. So give you a clear concept about presentation here. Okay, so later our question would be, okay, this is a very easy question. Okay, not that hard. Establishing a good or bad influence on the community. All right. So the points prepared is the first one is introduce the group yourself. This I covered last week. I repeat again. Your standpoints, provide reasons, draw a conclusion. All right. You can assign these few criteria among your members. Okay. And then the group must be 3 to 5 persons. So has anyone haven't formed a group yet? Anyone? Okay. Never mind, if your group has less than 3 or more than 5, you can let me know later. Okay, I will make adjustment for you. Okay, and then each group member must speak for at least 1 minute. Alright? 1 minute means 60 seconds. Okay? So once you introduce yourself, it's already 10 seconds. So it's very, very easy. Alright? So and marks will be given. I'll give you the marking rubric later to your team leader. Okay? And then you can discuss how would you hit the marks, okay, using your presentation skill. And then how to present? Okay, you can present any way you like. You can present it using slides, using margin paper, okay, or using your body language if you like. Okay. So I'll allocate time for you is the time allocated is within 8 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. So you can try to divide the time among your members. Okay, so everyone can get a chance to present. All right. So So good luck to all of you. Later I will show you a video clip on how to introduce a next speaker. So like if you finish your presentation, because it is group presentation, that means all of you need to work together. Okay. So after you present, what should you say? Some people they just pass the mic and they run away. Okay, so there's a few lines that you can use when you want to pass a mic to another speaker. Okay, so
presentations are not easy. But what's worse is a group presentation. My name is Carl Kwan, lecturer, consultant, voice actor, and radio personality, helping businesses with presentations, promo videos, and marketing. If you've ever given a group presentation, you would know that group presentations pose their own challenges. One such challenge is knowing what to say when you finish what you have to say and have to hand the presentation over to the next speaker. So here's a simple 3-step process for when you have to introduce the next speaker. The first thing you have to do is summarize what you said. You could say something like, so that is an introduction to the song Gangnam Style. Now you're going to introduce the next speaker. It's actually pretty simple, but what I want you to notice is that there are 3 distinct parts. See if you can figure out what those 3 parts are. Ready? Here now is Nathan McMurray, attorney at law, to talk about the legal ramifications of doing the Gangnam Style dance while at work. Did you get them? I knew you would. But for those that didn't catch those 3 parts, here they are. First, I introduced the person's name by saying, here now is Nathan McMurray. Second, I told you his title, attorney at law. If the person you're introducing doesn't have a title, then you can tell us where he or she's from, or just something to help us understand who the person is. Third, I told you what he was going to talk about by saying, to talk about. Okay, by now, you've just summarized what you said, introduced the next speaker, and now you're finished, right? Wrong. This was a 3-step process, remember? And step 3 is where you tell the speaker that it's time for him or her to speak. All you have to do is say their name, just like this. Nathan, make sure you use the same intonation that I just used, and that you also look over to the person and motion to them with your hand like I just did. There you go. A simple 3-step process for when you have to introduce the next speaker. First, summarize what you said. Second, introduce the next speaker. And third, tell the next speaker it's time to speak. Question time. What would people say is the hardest part about giving a group presentation?
Alright, so okay, before you introduce your next member, try to summarize what you say and then introduce and then you pass it to the next member. Okay, so I need the team leader, okay, to come out here, draw the lots to see who will come first and who will go after that. Alright, so draw is by drawing lots. Okay, so come here to draw the lots.
我第一。你选好是不是？这个。你先 work for club 吗？行吗？高兴吗？所以是这可宾，是可宾。有啊，可宾是一个我非常的难。所以就是我们来说这些，然后就讲，所以 the next part 是谁讲什么什么可对，然后你就 next pass the mic to 就是谁那种是不是？
这样也是第一个。不过我是要人家开始先，
就是有一个
理由题。
你第二个想想，我第一个讲，你第二个讲，第三个是拍，第四个是。
So team leader is someone who hasn't get this speech result.
No.
The marking guidelines for this. Okay, you can discuss among your members. I'll give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Discuss among your members to fulfill the criteria given. Okay, so this is a marking criteria for the presentation. I'll give you 5 minutes to. You can sit with your members, all right? So the lecture class you can sit with your members, okay?
会没有来的。
有了。
你们坐哪里先？
too difficult to read now on the slide.
会有在你们在哪里？第二课，
就我们的 slide 会难读嘛？就比如说这边会 too much 的，还是这边我们？我觉得这种呢，像那种 VIP 烧那种，看一个 vascular disease 一个照片出来，hypertension 又另外一个照片出来。跟紧哦，靠语言哦。
跟紧啊，反正这个是第一次了，第一次的，30分好一点。
5 minutes discussion time.
Exposure 就是20。
跟你的东西一样。
所以
跟你的那个。
你们有电脑没有电脑就是一样。没有电脑哦，这样看这个讲。什么？
刚刚他们说讲出来。
我们没有电脑，我们带喷家。
这就。